just wondering, the task this week is stopping Derrick Henry. Is the key to that getting him in the backfield before he gets going? And what has made you guys so effective at getting into the backfield this year?
I think that our coach, Keith Butler, comes up with a great strategy on how to minimize the run so that we can get after the pass, and it's been working for us lately. So I think we just got to keep sticking with that. Stopping Henry is going to be a difficult task. He's an amazing running back. I think one key is to get him before he gets rolling because he has such incredible speed and force. If he gets into your secondary, it'll create some mismatches, some problems. So probably want to get him before he get going.
Tim Benz, Trib.
Vince, David DeCastro was just talking about how well you guys played when it comes to complementary football yesterday. You guys getting off the field quickly, the offense possessing the ball. How similar is Tennessee in that approach? How good do you have to be at that game coming up?
We know that we just have to work independently, but overall together as a team. And we understand that, and we love and we trust each other. It's something that we talked about, going through the situation, how we came into the season. We knew it was going to need to be a team effort. We're going to have a lot of continuity. And I think we've just been able to do that, man. It's been a great push and pull. I'm really liking the direction we're going in. We got to keep that going.
Brooke Pryor, back to you.
Vince, how much does it energize you guys as a defense when you see your offense able to play complementary football, to build off of what you guys are doing and maybe not putting you guys on the field quite as often as you were last year?
We don't really think about it that way. We just want to see those guys go out there and have success and have fun with the game. Everybody that plays for us, we're all so excited about football and we want to see each other be successful. So when I'm on the sideline and I'm watching James Conner, do his thing and get tough yards, or I see Vance make a great block, I'm excited because I get to watch my teammates do well, and I know that that's going to help us win. I feel like it's the same way for us on defense. I mean, without the fans being in the stands, you really got to act as your own fan base.
Tim Benz, Trib.
Vince, did you watch much of the playoffs last year, and did you see Tennessee sort of advance through the AFC, and they have carried over that momentum, it appears, to this season? What has impressed you between the way they bridged last year into this year?
Last year was last year, to be honest with you. This year, I think they've just had some success, even though they've had some injury at the wide receiver position. I think they've been doing a good job of playing complementary football as well. So I just want to see if they can keep it up. I think it's going to be a full team versus another full team. Offense and defense on both sides going to have to really come together and play well.
They've looked like Chooks did a really good job on J.J. Watt yesterday. Can you just talk about, his growth and what you saw yesterday? And the second part of that question is, I was just wondering, your take on Anthony McFarlane when he's in the game. What kind of dimension does that bring to the offense?
Yeah, I thought Chooks played really well. I mean, Chooks is immensely talented, and getting a chance to go against a guy like J.J. Watt just shows, he's had game experience before, so he's calm and collected, and he has that athletic ability to do it. And I thought it looked great as well. Anthony McFarlane, he's a great young back, talented, and I like the way he moves in space, his cutting ability, and he's just very, very fluid. And he's young too, which is great at that position.
Hey, Dave. Ben Roethlisberger, you have played with him for a very long time now, and he is, at least publicly, being unbelievably exacting and critical of himself. Is this something that happens privately as well in your meetings, and what sort of effect do you think that has, if he is indeed being that way with all of you too? About himself, I mean.
Yeah, I think I touched on it earlier in the year when you asked about playing with a guy like Ben, and he's the ultimate ego. He's kind of you go as he goes, and he determines the pace and you don't want to mess up because it's Ben. You hold him at a higher standard. He expects more out of you. He expects more out of himself. Just when he misses a ball in practice, you can tell he gets on himself, and just how he carries himself with that manner that you kind of follow and exemplify. So he's a great guy to play for. You enjoy playing with guys like that because they make you better.
Dave, I noticed a couple times in the first half you slid over to help out Chooks when Watt was rushing, but it didn't seem like you guys did that much in the second half. Was that something that, protection-wise, you realized that, he was okay out on island, or, how does that work out, when you realize a guy is, really doing an effective job on a guy like Watt?
Yeah, a lot of it depends on protection and how many guys are rushing. I think a lot of times they're rushing kind of 3 and try to get those one-on-ones for Chooks. But in the protections we had, I could go out there, kind of look back and make sure it was clear on the left and be able to help them out. When there's a good rusher like that, you try to help out Pouncey, you try to help out wherever you can and make sure you're, we call it team protection, making sure everyone's taken care of. It's usually 5-on-4, and you want to make sure you're helping out each other as much as you can if you have no one on top of you.
Hey, Dave, you see that you guys pull both your guards at sometimes during some games and other games you don't. Is there a certain front that pulling guards work against better than others?
That's a good question. No, I don't really think so. I think it's a lot of times depends on if they're working or not. We call them once, and if it looks good, they're going to call them again, kind of thing. So it was working pretty well out yesterday as we wore into the game, and it gives offense coordinator confidence to call and keep calling them.
All right, let's go to Eric Hagman. Eric, go ahead.
Dave, how did the knee come out of the game? And I was just wondering, the game that Kevin started for you, what were your impressions of him?
Yeah, no, the knee felt great. I was really happy. I was worried about. You always worried coming off an injury, having that confidence, but it felt really good and held up really well. And Kevin, as far as Kevin, he played awesome. Really impressive as a rookie, and playing offensive line is a tough position as a rookie to come in and play in this league. And I think he's gonna have a pretty solid career ahead of him. I'm happy for him.
Anthony, how excited were you to get that first NFL carry behind you a little bit, especially not having had any preseason this year?
It was definitely exciting, man, just to really go out there and get my feet wet and just be with the team. I just really had fun yesterday. I wasn't really so nervous because I really just thought about, doing it with my teammates, doing it with the guys. It's a team game. So at the end of the day, I just want to win, and that's all I care about. So it was just good, man, to just go out there and just be a part of something.
All right, let's go to Brooke Pryor, ESPN. Go ahead, Brooke.
Anthony, how do you stay patient the last 2 weeks before yesterday's game? Inactive the first week, last week you're active and you don't get to play. Where are you mentally in those first 2 weeks?
Where I'm at right now, I mean, really, I was always, I really went through the same thing my whole career with football, with just learning how to patience and just waiting until your number's called. I went through that in high school and college. So really, I'm just numb to it, and all I know is just to keep my head down and keep going, and good things will happen. So that's where I'm at. I haven't changed even when I was inactive. I just kept my head strong and knew that once my number was called, I can do some things. So it was just, like I said, it was just good to just go out there with the team. We got a really good team. I love the group of guys that I'm around, offense and defense from both sides of the ball. So at the end of the day, that's really the main focus.
All right, we'll go to Joe Rutter. Joe, go ahead.
Did you have a feeling you'd get as many carries as you did? And what was the week of practice like leading up into that?
I wasn't really thinking about that too much. I didn't know how many carries I was going to get. In my head, I was thinking even if I got 2 or 1, I was going to be happy about that for that opportunity. So, I really wasn't dwelling on that too much, just really trying to seize the opportunities I got, whether it was 1 play, 2 plays, a couple carries. Really doesn't matter. Like I said, I just, excited just to be a part of something and just to get back and get my feet wet.
All right, we'll move on to Aditi Kinkobala. Go ahead, Aditi.
Hi, Mike Tomlin in general likes to have one bell cow running back, but it looked like yesterday you guys had a really good mix of using multiple backs. What for you is the biggest key in that? What makes you feel comfortable? What is a good way to kind of be in and out of a game?
Really what makes me feel comfortable, man, is really learning from guys on the wrong, especially 3-0, James Conner. Just learning from him, the things that he teaches me, how to take care of your body so, you can perform well. I really follow that. I always say I'm not a follower, but when I see somebody, who's about their business. I'm gonna follow them because at the end of the day, I want to get to where they want to be. So at the end of the day, I think that's what's so great about it, man. Just a great group of leaders we got in the room, and just following behind them guys, man. I feel like when you got a good group of guys in the backfield, that can contribute and that has that unselfish mentality. You can do a lot of great things, and not just in the running back room. It can help the team, with that attitude.
Let's go to Tim Benz. Tim, go ahead.
Anthony, I was looking for a reaction from you and maybe speaking on behalf of some of the other guys involved in the run game about how important it was to maintain ball possession as effectively as you did in the second half with those drives of 12, 12, and 11 plays. How much did that aid the defense and the overall result of the game?
I really feel like it's hats off, to the O-line and quarterback really for making the run game effective and putting emphasis on ball security and, just everything we do. I feel like, we got a good running game. We got a good group of guys from the O-line to Ben, to the running back room, to the receivers, just everybody, man, who just all in. So.
All right. Alan Saunders. Go ahead, Alan.
Anthony, I just wanted to ask about the first play. How important was it for you to get a big gain there, and just kind of maybe talk us through what your kind of emotions were like and what you were thinking, knowing as that play call came in that you were going to get your first chance?
My adrenaline was pumping because I was just excited. I was ready to go, and all I could think about was just saying to myself in my head when I get my first carry, just be decisive. Just make one cut and run, because that's just how the lead is. So just basically understanding the game and me being out those past two games and just really being a student of the game. And I'm a rookie, so that's what I have to do, whether I'm in the game or out of the game. So yesterday I was really just trying to work on being a student of the game, like ball security, just the little things. I feel like if you do the little things right, good things are happening, not just for you, for the team.
All right, we got time for a couple more. Let's go to Jeff Hathorn. Jeff, go ahead.
Anthony, similar to other questions, what did it do for your confidence, and likewise, what did it do for your relationship with your teammates so they could see you in a game action and now show what you could do and the confidence they have in you?
Really, it's game one for me. I know a lot of the guys, which I appreciate yesterday, came up to me and told me, I had a good debut. I ran good. Welcome to the NFL. So that felt good. But in the back of my head still, man, I still got to keep my head down and know that's just one game, and I got to keep being productive.
All right, last one, and Anthony's got to get off to the team run. We'll go back to Dale Lally. Dale, go ahead.
Anthony, I'm just wondering, how many times as a kid growing up had you kind of thought about that moment of getting your first NFL touch, and did it live up to the expectations that you had?
Yes, I did. Because I always said my first 4 yards, my coach always told me 4 yards is a good run. So that's my mentality in running the ball. So my first carry, I felt, pretty good as far as my confidence and my ability to know that I can, I belong. And just being out there with the team, it was just like a dream come true, It's been my dream for a long time, just being here, not just being here, just being here, accomplishing my dreams and getting on the field and just being a part of something, being a part of the team. And, I'm just excited, man.